Hello. We're going to be talking about, obviously, the karmic relationship that he's going through. Just basically where he's at with it, what he feels about you, and you in relation to that, right? And then just like the next steps forwards, the forward movement that he's taking towards union with you. And we've got the first card here already, from your Divine Masculine, and it says, I need to work on myself. I'm trying to clear my head. And so what this automatically means to me is your Divine Masculine is beginning to heal and to focus on himself and his spiritual journey. And so this is a very, very good sign. And this is also a good sign because of the fact that he's experiencing this spiritual awakening now. He can begin to let go of the karmic relationship that he's been experiencing. Let's get straight into just how he's feeling about the karmic relationship and, what he's working through there. So it seems like, you've experienced some running from your Divine Masculine, and he kind of ran off to this other person because he was just afraid. With you, there's like this intense, insane connection that he doesn't really know how to act or feel about it. And so ultimately he was with this other person to just feel safe in a way, or like be in his comfort zone. Not because he doesn't like you, because he likes you a lot. I can feel that. It's not even like, it's love, right? He has this deep, deep connection to you. It's just, he's just beginning to discover what it means. And then, he didn't really know back then. It's kind of like he's in this relationship with this other person, and, all he can think about is you. The memories, maybe there's times where he's driving in the car, or he's at a certain place where he lives, and he can remember, the times that he's spent with you there. It also seems like, in a way, he's trying to recreate these memories with this other person because he wants to try and replace you, but it's not working. There's nothing in the relationship that's working. It's beginning to fall apart, and it's kind of like he's holding on to something that isn't really real. And he's holding on to the last bit of the rope, and he knows that. So it's really just about him letting go of that. And there's a lot of patience that has to be involved here. And it's not saying wait forever, but it's more just pointing to the fact that your Divine Masculine is healing through things, and he's learning a lot. This karmic relationship has taught him a lot about himself and what he wants and what he truly desires. It's given him that space to really have that contrast and see, okay, I don't want this, I actually want this. And it's really, this person is just leading him to you. He's ultimately coming to the conclusion of, oh, she's actually who I want. She's actually who I've been seeking all along. Because in a way, he was with her because she reminded him of you. He was focusing so much in the future. It's like he's trying to build this fake future. Because on the outside, she looks perfect, right? She looks perfect, but the inside is what's not lining up with him. She's really nice, but it's not for him. And he's realizing that now. He's not the same person as he was before. He's grown a lot in this relationship. He's unlocked a lot of new things. This relationship has benefited him spiritually because it kind of like gave him that push to like step out of his comfort zone. And I'm seeing a lot of stepping out of the comfort zone in like purpose. Before, he was kind of really scared, and this person helped push him forward. And that was the reason she was in his life. Not the reason for forever, but it just feels like there's a lot of clearing up of this karmic energy, this ending, right? This ending. There's no beginning. It's an end, right? And he's beginning to realize that the relationship has served its purpose. It's not built on love anymore for him. It's built on like an obligation or a business partner. He may be tying up some business things with her. In a way, it feels like they could have a business together, and he's, taking the proper steps to dismantle that, which is good. It means progress for you and your union. But it's more like this person was relying on him a lot financially, and he's just sick of that. He doesn't want to be somebody's source. You know, he doesn't want to be like codependent in that way. And it doesn't mean he doesn't want to support, because he loves supporting. But it's like he's saying, you know, I need a strong woman. I need someone who can support herself, right? Who has the means to. But even though they had the means to, I want to support them, right? It's just about the energy of, you know, I'm supporting myself. I see myself as my source, and as, you know, God and divine as my source. And then your divine masculine like can come in there, and he sees you as this very strong embodiment of that, and that's what is pulling him towards you and pulling him away from her, because he's again experiencing that contrast and going, yeah, okay, she doesn't have this, she has this, and this is what I want. It almost seems like with her he has to be really serious and really businessy, and that's not him. He loves business, he loves to do that, but he can't really be his true self. In a way, it's like he's pretending. You know, oh yeah, I love business, I love this is so fun. But in reality, he's, oh, I want to, you know, play. I want to go on a date or have like romantic stuff. You know, he's a very like, what's the word? Hopeless romantic. And not like hopeless he can't experience that romance, but he just wants to experience, you know, the romance that he sees in the movies. And he wants to live through that, right? He wants to give somebody that. You know, have the proposal with the flowers and the candles, you know. He looks like this really tough macho guy on the outside. Like he's very tough and, okay, you know, I'm to myself. But deep down he's a softie, you know. He's a really soft and open guy, you know, has a big heart, wants to love and express that. And he realizes he can't do this with her. He just can't. It's not the relationship for that. So he's letting go. And he's allowing his heart to take over. It's almost in a way he was allowing his brain to really just control his life here. You know, okay, she's pretty, she accepts me, she likes me, she wants to work with me, but he knows now that's not the true way to have a relationship. Let's see, what else is he going? Yeah, it's like he was coming to this conclusion for a long time. He was trying to fight against it, you know, going back and forth, being stubborn, like, nah, I don't want to do this, or yes, I want to do this. Just fighting with himself, because it seems in a way that he didn't want to seem like a failure. You know, he looked good on paper, the relationship was nice, he was, you know, flexing it to all of his family, blah, blah, blah. So in a way, it's just, he felt like he let his family down, or people around him down. And so that's what he was working through a lot with, you know, surrendering that relationship. But he's already into the conclusion of, yeah, no, I don't want to put on the show anymore. You know, I'm not in the circus. Let's not do that. Let's be real. Let's be true. And because he's choosing to be his authentic self, there's no other choice for him to be within you. Because, you know, when you are truly your authentic self, that is when your twin flame, that's when your divine masculine can just come towards you like a magnet. And so this is a good sign for you too, because it means that you are working and choosing to be all of your divine self. So keep doing that, and this is going to attract him even more into your life, because he loves that energy. He eats that energy up, you know. Yeah, it's like he's looking for this passion. You know, that's the thing that was missing. There was no passion in that relationship. Even the little things with you was just so much passion. And he's like, I miss that. I want that. That's the thing that I want. That's the thing I've been looking for. And now I know what to do. Now I know how to get to that state now. You know, it's like with her, he had to be small. With you, he doesn't need to be small. He can be himself. He can shine. It's like, in a way, she was kind of wanting to shine and like take over everything, and he was kind of letting her, because, you know, what can you do there? But he's taking his power back. He's like, no, I'm a man, okay? I have really high drive, right, to be successful, and I can be powerful. You know, he's embracing his divine masculinity. He's choosing power. He's choosing not to give up. He's not choosing to like be in someone's shadow. You know, it's kind of how he felt in that relationship too. He's like being in her shadow. You know, it's her business, but he's the business partner. You know, it wasn't, they were really working as a team, right? Because you can't really work as a team with someone that's not your twin flame. And so, yeah, he's just like, I come to that conclusion and I don't want this anymore. And, you know, him letting go of this relationship has just washed away all of the stress in his life. Because that was one thing that he was so stressed about. He was so stressed to trying to be the perfect, you know, man for this lady, you know, trying to please her. If he didn't do this right, then he was wrong, you know. He's said, I'm in my mind so much. You know, it's funny, I see like this image of him and he's just like, thank God. Like, I feel like a weight is just lifted off my shoulders, you know. I'm ready to take on the world. It's like he has so much energy because this thing was holding him up, you know, like a blockage. And now he's finally got through that barrier and he's just like coming out of his shell. So yeah, that's what's going on with the karmic. Like it's done. The relationship is done. Don't give any more energy to that. Let's get to the juicy part, right? How he feels about you and his heart and his like relationship with you, right? How does he see you? The first card is like, you know, it's just, aha, it's her. Aha, at last, it's her. You know, he's having that recognition that everybody talks about, but he's recognized you in his heart, right? He's come to the conclusion that you're it for him, right? Just like we talked about in the very beginning, he's having this huge spiritual awakening. It feels like he's really deepening his connection to God, right? To source. Wow, this is really good. And because he's connected to God and to source, he can then see you for who you are, right? Which is his twin flame, his divine feminine, his divine counterpart, right? The juiciest thing for you. You know, and it's so nice because with you, he can feel everything. He feels all of his emotions, and I know sometimes that scares him a little bit, but in reality of it all, he can't do that with anybody else. He doesn't feel that vulnerable or that safe with somebody else. It's, you know, for you, it's just this coming home, this like, oh, I'm home. I can be myself. I can be fully accepted. You know, she sees all of me without me having to say anything. You know, and the same for you, right? He sees all of you. He knows what you're feeling. He knows it all. You know, you can't hide from him. And even though it's a little scary at sometimes, it's like, even though it's scary, he just feels safe. He knows that he's safe no matter what. He knows that he can trust you no matter what. He knows that you have his back. And in return, he has your back too. You know, like everybody says, you know, ride or die. That's who you are to him. Like he's gonna ride for you no matter what. He's gonna support you no matter what. Like he's your biggest supporter. He loves everything that you do. You know, period. At the end of the day. Because he has so much passion for you. It's just like we were talking before. There's just this passion, this fire that he feels. You know, he wants to take a chance with you. And not a bad chance, but like take the initiative to be with you. Like for real. For real this time, right? No playing around, no willy-nilly. Just you. Together. In your harmonious union, right? Together in union. But he's also going in with like this, oh God, I'm afraid of rejection. Like, you know, I'm big and mad, and but he's like, it's like he feels so big and bad, but then when he like comes face to you, it's like he turns into this little puppy dog. You know, like he can't be big and mad with you. It's like you just take all of that out of him, and has this deep fear of like rejection. Like, oh my God, she's gonna reject me. You know, she's not gonna love me. And it's silly, but it's what he's working through. And it's not stopping him from coming forward, but these are his fears, right? He's like, oh my God, I'm afraid of rejection. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And it's like seeming like there's this trauma coming up, like this programming. It'd be with the relationship with his mother or past relationships, but he's just been rejected so many times that he doesn't know. He wouldn't know how to handle it if like you rejected him. You know what I mean? And obviously you're not. You know, you guys are both past that. But it's just something that's been lingering there. And it's almost like the clear message that he wants to say to you is, you know, I just want to give everything to you. You know, I want to love you. I want to keep you safe. I want to support you and protect you. I want to nurture you so that you can grow into your like beautiful divine self. You know, he's ready to take on that responsibility, and not responsibility in a way of codependency, but you know, the responsibility of being a lover, right? Of being a partner, you know? And he feels so like full of love within himself that he's ready to give that to you. You know, I feel like in the past, you guys wanted to be together, but it was just, you both were so caught up in like yourselves or your own issues, and you're saying, you know, I can't even love myself. How can I love this other person? But because he's just doing all of this work, he is filled up with all of this love, and he's ready. He's like, well, I have that foundation of loving myself. You know, I feel strong in myself and strong in my worth and my power and my love, that I can extend that to another now. And he feels like it's you. He's like, she's the one I want to extend it to. There's not anybody else. He's like, I tried to do it, but I couldn't do it with anybody else. I couldn't feel the way I felt about her with anybody else. Like, it's impossible. It's impossible. And like, this is how he feels for you in the core of his being. You know, he's like ready to fight for you. He's ready to be and show up and be there for you. So claim that. Like, claim your masculine, right? Claim him in your heart. Let him know it's okay for him to show up. You know, invite him in. He wants to be invited in. You know, he's standing at your door with the flowers, but you've got to open that door. You can't just keep the door shut because he can't walk in. The door's locked. You know? I mean, he'll probably knock the door down eventually, but it's just better to let him in, to surrender to that. You know, the love is not scary. He's not scared of love anymore. You know, he was running because it was so intense, but he's like, I want the intense now. I want the passion. I want the love. I want everything. I want everything with her. I don't care what else comes with it. I don't care if there's fights. I don't care if there's outbursts. Whatever it is, but I want to get through it with her. Whatever it is. You know? Yeah, I can't let you go. He can't. No matter how hard he's tried. It's impossible. Like I said, there's always a clear way. And the clear way is to you. Like, he's making his way to you. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, he's on his way. So you have to claim that. Like, get ready for your union, because it's on its way. My goodness. You know, there may be some physical distance between you two or something, but just remember that nothing can keep you and your twin flame apart. No distance, nothing. Oh, this is a good reading. Yeah. And there's also a message of like, surrender your worry of how it's going to happen. Just know that it's happening and trust. It's like he's kind of, you know, worried about that too. Oh God, how are we going to come together? But every time he has that worry, he goes to this fact of like, I don't care how we come together. I just know it's going to happen, and I'm going to make it happen. Right? Like I'm talking about the physical distance thing. Even if it's just like 30 minutes, like he's going to make it happen some way. Like he's so determined. He's so driven right now. He's so driven. There's nothing that can stop him. Nothing that can get in his way. There could be a 10 million pound truck in the way of you and him, and he'd figure out a way to move that. So don't worry at all. But yeah, that's perfect. I love this. This is really nice. Like I can feel the love that he has for you. It's so powerful. So powerful. So let's get on to the last and final section. You know, what he's doing. What he's doing to, like, you know, have your union. And I know we've been talking about it, but we're gonna go into what he's really doing. Oh yeah. So I mean, the first card that comes up is spiritual work, spiritual growth. So he's figured out that the relationship that he has with you is so spiritual and so divine. And he knows now that he has to build this connection with the divine, with this love, in order to be in a relationship with you. So he's doing the work, right? I know many of you are like, you know, when's my divine masculine going to do the work? When's he going to wake up? Well, here's the confirmation of he's waking up. You know, he's in that. He's studying. He's doing his homework. You know, he's doing everything he can right now to make this happen. And he might not be like physically, oh yeah, I'm doing this for my union, but this is the drive behind whatever he's doing. You know, I don't know why I see him opening up like spiritual retreats, or, you know, starting like meditation things. He's very like into spirituality, and he's going into his life purpose. He's taking a step forward there. He's very direct. I see him just, you know, big strides. A lot of abundance coming his way. A lot of abundance. A lot of money. And not talking about money like a bad thing, but it's just he's getting his finances in order. There's a lot of, like, really, all the cards I'm pulling here are abundance cards. So he's working for himself now. You know what I mean? That karmic relationship, he wasn't working for himself. You know, he was working with somebody else, blah, blah, blah. But he's working for himself, and he feels so much better because he can now do what he wants to do. He doesn't have to answer to nobody. You know, he also could have, like, quit his job. I see him quitting his job. Like, he's taking the steps. He's stepping it up. Like, he's really going all in with this spiritual side. Yeah, there's like nothing that's stopping him right now. Yeah, so the card life guys, surrender to your soul's path. Yeah, so he's taking on his life purpose. He's beginning to know, like, who he is. You know, he's waking up to his purpose on the earth. And because he's doing that, well, of course he feels so drawn to you because you guys are supposed to do your life purpose together. And so he's taking the necessary steps. You know, it's kind of like he's tying up all his loose ends. You know, he's making a lot of business connections. He's making a lot of really amazing friends. You know, I can see him too releasing a lot of toxic people in his life. You know, people that are weighing him down. It could be family members, co-workers, but whoever they are and whatever they are, he's getting rid of them. You know, I see him cleaning out his house. He's just getting rid of all the clutter, spiritual clutter, emotional clutter, house clutter, relationship clutter, just everything. He's clearing it all out and making room for your union. Like, this is what he's doing. He's making room to welcome you into his life, you know, because that's what he wants. It's like making a space, you know, putting an extra pillow on the bed for you, you know, but it's like he's envisioning the life with you. He's envisioning his life with you, and he's asking himself, okay, I'm envisioning the life with her, and so now what can I do so I can enhance that? You know, how can I enhance our life together? Hence why he's getting his finances together. Hence why he could be moving or fixing up his house, redesigning things. You know, he could be like, you guys could be in communication right now, like having a partnership. Maybe he's asking you about things that you like, or hey, does this shelf look good here? Or hey, does this clothing item look good? Do you like this? You know, he could be doing this too. So if you're experiencing this in the physical reality, definitely hop onto that, right? Definitely receive that for you, because he's inviting you into a partnership. And if he's not doing this physically, well, he's going to, like, because there's a sense in him that it feels like he just wants to partner with you in this space. Yeah, he's ready to commit to you. You know, full commitment, full everything in every single area, right? No back doors, no open doors. All the doors are shut. All the back doors are away. You know, it's almost in a way he's saying, I'm not going to run again. Like, there's no way out this time, because I don't want a way out. You know, I don't want to run. I want this forever. You know, this is a forever thing. It's not temporary anymore. He's like, I'm not playing games no more. You know, this is serious. He's taking your union very seriously, and he's honoring it for what it is. Yeah, he's like, I just want her here with me. I want her here with me now. Kind of like he's impatient. I want her here with me right now. I'm impatient. That's what I say. He's like stomping his feet around like a little kid, but it's okay. In all due time, it will work out. But he's longing for you. But I feel like he's just making a lot of amazing connections right now, like business connections. It could be friend connections too. It's just all these new people are coming into his life to benefit him, right? To benefit him. Friendships, like in his job. It's all gonna boost his life purpose. It's all gonna boost his life purpose. He's also taking care of himself. You know, I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like he's had like some health problems, or he's going through some health issues, but he's getting that sorted out, and he's okay. You know, he's okay, and he's taking the steps that he needs to heal himself and his body. It could like be his relationship with food, exercise, or like mental illness. It could be talking about addiction. There's a whole thing. So, you know, whatever resonates for you, just take it. But he's healing through that too, and letting go of illness, just sickness. Okay. So whatever is resonating for your divine masculine, definitely just take with that. And I feel like a lot of his life, he's felt like this victim. And so he's also releasing that victim energy, right? Because this karmic relationship that he had was, you know, oh, I don't have any power here. I just have to succumb to her and what she wants. You know, I can't be powerful. But because he's left that, you know, he's, okay, I'm not a victim anymore. I'm the master of my reality. And I don't have to deny that anymore. I don't have to deny my power. I don't have to deny my truth, right? And denying his truth was part of like denying his true feelings for you. And he's like, no, I'm not denying that anymore. Like that's a good thing. You know, oh, in a way, she was trying to like convince him that he was like not in love with you. She's aware of you. Like she knows the connection that you guys have. But she didn't convince him of anything. She thought she did, but she's like, oh God, I'm wrong now because he's coming to you. Yeah. Wow, this is a really good reading. Okay, let's see. What else? What's the next thing he's doing? Yeah, exactly what we were talking about. You know, it's just he's just reiterating like he let like people walk all over him and manipulate him, like in your relationship. But he's not doing that anymore. He's let go of those people, he's let go of those relationships, and he's claiming his power in his life. Like I said before, he's claiming that masculinity, you know, that I'm the boss of my own life and nobody can tell me shit. I see him like he's healing like kindness. Like I said, it feels like he has this really like hard shell and interior, but he's opening up to like this, you know, this kind man. And not that he wasn't kind before, but it's just I see him being like more kind in general, like, you know, being more kid friendly or smiling at people, you know, helping people more, just being more like giving, being more giving and not like just and unapproachable and like stuck up. Like he's just opening himself a lot more and just allowing himself to be him. And because of you, right? Because that like he's like, this is the man I need to be for my union, and so I'm going to do that. All right, let's see. All right, so our final card here is to slow down. And so I feel like the message, you know, the overall message is just that you both are relaxing into your union with each other. There's no rush, there's no forcing. It's already happening, it's already coming together, and you both just need to surrender into that and surrender into the love that you share. And this is what you both are doing right now. You're just both surrendering that you love each other a lot. Okay? And so yeah, if you are like struggling on your journey and you need help, you know, if you're listening to this reading and you're going, I don't think so. Well, you know, we have resources. Please just click the description and you can go to twinflamesuniverse.com and you can download our free introductory course. It's free. It'll help you on everything that you need and to get you started into really like healing your journey. You know, you're not alone on this, and this reading is really good, and it can happen for you in a snap of a finger. So if you don't ever feel like you're struggling to reach out, definitely reach out to us and we can help you. Okay? Thank you guys so much again. God bless all of your unions. And yeah, see you in the next reading. Thanks. Bye.